Hello and welcome to the breakdown. It's been a while. Let's have a look at what's going on through Asian rugby in terms of this oval shaped ball has been gone. We saw Japan under 17 winning the youth competition in Chinese Taipei. Last year, Sri Lanka under 18 under Navin Heenakankanamge, they secured the championship. As a result, they went to Youth Commonwealth Games in Bahamas. But this year, unfortunately, Sri Lanka under 17 could not participate for the Asian circuit. As a result, Japan, they beat Thailand in the finals and they'll be qualifying for the Youth Olympic Games in Argentina next year. Well, rugby in Asia, it's all about Japan in the last week or so, because not only under 17s, Japan under 20s, they won the Junior World Rugby Trophy, usually known as JWRT, previously Junior World Rugby Trophy, but it's World Rugby Under 20 Trophy. They beat Chile, they beat Portugal in the finals, they beat all their opponents back in Uruguay. Now Sri Lanka lost to Hong Kong heavily last year's Asian Under 19 Championship in Malaysia. It was 61 points to nil, but Hong Kong, one of the Asian giants, second best maybe after Japan, even they lost heavily rather, along with some other teams back in Uruguay. They lost heavily to Fiji, they lost to Portugal and Chile. So you can see the difference, although they win the Asian Division 1 title, but Sri Lanka, looking at the comparison, they have a lot of homework to do in the coming Asian Division 1 Under 19 Championship that is in December. But the venue is not confirmed and the hosting team is not confirmed. Stay tuned with ThePapare.com. We'll be bringing you all that updates. Now let's have a look at the Asian 7 Series first leg back in Hong Kong. Sri Lanka just won 3 games out of 6 games, and last year Sri Lanka went to all the cup semi-finals, and this is the first time since then Sri Lanka went in to secure the plate championship, and overall ranking is on 5th place for the Tuskers. But let's have a look at few key stats in this team. The under 22 players, there were 6 players: Navin Heenakankanamge, Omalka Gunaratna, Kevin Dixon, Buddhima Piyaratna, Sudham Suryaarachi and Tharinda Ratwate. If you look at these players, under 23 players, so that shows so much promise into the future of Sri Lanka Rugby Sevens. And also let's have a look at the other age category in the players who travelled that 12-member squad. So Darshana Mututantri, of course, 28, and San Jananja, also 28, Kavinda Pereira. He will be missing out the second leg in South Korea. And Dhanush Dayan from Kandy Sports Club, Hiranta Pereira and Jason Dissanayaka, just over 23-year age categories. So lots of promising average age comparing to other teams, maybe 24 to 25 years. But also Hong Kong and some other teams did look like a new team. But Sri Lanka, the age category, also another key stat. And among these players, let's have a look at the highest point scorers. You can see Navin, the debutant, of course, scoring 4 tries, which is outstanding. Also, Kevin Dixon, mind you, he was not in the initial touring squad. Chandaga Chandimal got chickenpox, so he had to stay out of the touring squad. So he got the surprising call, and Kevin Dixon did show up. He should be in the team, and he scored some good 4 tries. And of course, Tharinda Ratwate with 34 points, 2 tries, and all the other conversions. So he's the main top point scorer for Sri Lanka. Now let's have a look at another key stat: restart win percentage against Japan, Chinese Taipei and South Korea. Now Sri Lanka just won 30% of the restart and they lost 70%. So 70% means a lot. Sometimes they were isolated. You saw Japan's captain, he's 7 foot tall, mind you, but even Dhanush Dayan, when he lift, or Sudarshana Mututantri, when he lift Dhanush Dayan, the China player, when he goes up, he's taller than a Sri Lankan lifter, so there's lots of pressure mounted. And also in the scrums, they were winning all the scrums, almost all the scrums in that game. So Sri Lanka will be playing against China in the second leg as well, also Japan and Chinese Taipei. So Sri Lanka will have to perform strong against China to finish top or second. As a result, they will be having Philippines or probably Malaysia in the cup quarterfinals. So that's the wrap-up of Asia Rugby, what's happening throughout the Asian circuit. And mind you, the second leg of this series will be at South Korea on 23rd and 24th September, and 14th and 15th October will be the final leg in this beautiful picturesque Racecourse International Grounds. That will be live on www.thepapare.com on your #1 sports hub.